said bye to my parents in our tiny wooden house. Don't worry, I'll make a ton of money. We're gonna glow up big time. I headed to New York full of dreams. I was gonna be on top of the world, wearing Chanel and Dior every day, living that Four Seasons princess life. Yeah, no. Real life was like, sit down. I worked nonstop just to afford a sad little room. Surviving was already tough, and my dream? It felt a whole planet away. Then my phone rang. I rushed to the window, the only spot with a halfway decent view.
Hey, sweetheart. Doing okay out there?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Everything's great. I just got promoted and a raise. I'm almost rich enough to fix up our whole house.
Eat properly first. You look way too skinny.
I smiled until the call ended, bragging about a luxury room, a cool job, and a fat bank account. I didn't want them to worry, so yeah, I totally lied. I sprinted to work, a fancy spa at the mall, but the universe kept trolling me. Late bus, traffic jam, and I literally tripped. And of course, when I barely arrived, my boss Vanessa was waiting right there. Aster, 10 minutes late. Half pay today.
Don't be so hard on her, Vanessa. Aster works really hard and always tries her best. She barely ever messes up.
Ethan was a regular at the store. He was this classy, successful, seriously wealthy gentleman. He was super close to Vanessa and kinda really cared about me too. But then bad luck just kept rolling in. Customers complained nonstop and Vanessa gave me a few more minus points. There goes my paycheck for today, completely toast. One last thing, toilet's clogged. Make it perfect by tomorrow. No, but One eyebrow from her and I shut up. I grabbed the plunger and marched into war. 3, 2, 1. Ah!
Oh gosh, are you okay?
I squeezed my eyes shut, but I could still feel water splashing everywhere. Everything was a total disaster. And even though Ethan was super sweet and gentle, I was way too embarrassed for him to see me looking like a soggy potato. I quietly dragged myself out of the store late that night after cleaning up the entire mess alone. Worst workday of my life. My whole body felt like jelly and my eyelids were seconds away from suction cupping together. Huh? Was that a bed right in front of me? Was I dreaming? The whole store practically sighed in relief whenever I showed up. I was always the one fixing every little disaster, so everyone trusted me a ton. Aster, we're useless without you! I handled everything fast and perfect. Everyone was satisfied.
Aster should be manager. She's the best here.
I'm so embarrassed! I didn't see your talent sooner. I'll give up the manager position to you. I don't deserve it. Please, just tell me what to do. This job suits you. Do it well and 0 complaints. Got it? Aster, your boyfriend's here. Oh, right. Ethan and I were dating. He walked over with a bouquet in his hand, like a prince who just stepped out of a fairy tale.
For the love of my life, please marry me.
Oh, Ethan. Cheers everywhere. We leaned in, closer, and...
Hey, miss! Wake up! Wake up!
I snapped awake, brain fried. Huh? Where am I?
This is Lunaria, the mattress store. We're closing.
Right then, I finally snapped back to reality. Turns out I'd completely knocked out and slept like a rock inside the store. The career glow-up, the romance, Ethan, all of it was just a dream. I dragged myself home in total shame, promising I would never set foot in that store again. I'd already hit my embarrassment quota for the year. But when the next day's shift ended, I still walked right back into Lunarian. Same employee, same boy, Lloyd. I lost my family photo! This is the only place left!
I'll check everything. Sit tight, okay?
I sat on the same dreamy bed. Soft, warm, pure luxury. A girl like me could only dream of owning something like that. Suddenly, I woke up in a penthouse. I woke up in a luxury penthouse in the middle of New York City. At this point, I was one of the youngest billionaires in America, all thanks to years of grinding. My life was flawless. I had my beloved husband, Ethan. I even built a huge mansion back home for my parents, giving them the comfortable life they deserved. And then, Lloyd woke me up. Still no sign of my photo. As I was leaving, the store manager rushed over. Apparently, a bunch of customers thought I looked super adorable while I was sleeping there. They said I gave off this calm, soothing, sweet vibe.
Wanna be our sleep model? For 2 months!
But my job!
It's after hours only, and the pay is amazing.
By day, I was a hardworking, over-caffeinated spa employee. And by night, I showed up at Lunaria and knocked out on that luxurious bed like a princess in hibernation. Whenever I passed out on that luxurious bed, I dreamed the sweetest dreams. First, just cozy dinners with my parents, then coworkers praising me, customers loving me. I was becoming braver, happier. I started showing up at Lunaria earlier and staying later. The blankets smelled like flowers from home, and Lloyd and I were also getting closer.
Did I wake you up from another good dream? You've been sleeping deep lately.
Yep, I dreamed about dancing with my crush, having a glow-up career, and making my parents proud. Sleeping here gives me the cutest dreams and keeps me motivated.
I'm happy for you, but don't push yourself too hard. You're already amazing.
And honestly, life started feeling better for real. I learned makeup, talked with customers more, shared my ideas with Vanessa, and didn't panic whenever Ethan looked my way. I even saved a tiny bit of money. What are you smiling about? I just hit my first $10,000 savings! And, my crush confessed to me. Congrats, but who's your crush? It's Ethan. Don't you see him coming here every day? It's totally because of me. Ethan? But Vanessa's voice suddenly cut our conversation short. She gathered the whole team together. Aster will be promoted to manager for her achievements. Everyone clapped. I pinched my leg. Ouch. Not a dream. Yes! Right then, Ethan walked over holding flowers. I dreamed of this a dozen times, but my heart still went boom, boom, boom.
Big day for the shop. Congrats.
My feet decided to move on their own like a tangled ball of yarn. Whoa! Ethan caught me just in time. It was exactly like every dream I'd had. He gave me flowers, we danced, he held me, and slowly we... What the actual heck are you doing? Everyone stared like I'd committed a crime. Ethan looked confused, shocked, zero love in his eyes. Ethan, wait, you're hitting on my boyfriend! Aster, you're fired! I curled up on my bed trying to fall asleep, but the mattress was way too stiff, and the blanket smelled like damp sadness. After getting fired, I desperately looked for proof that Ethan and I were real, but all of it was just delusion. Then my parents called. I tried to fake my confidence again. I have great news! I saved $10,000. We'll have a brand new house soon.
That's amazing. We're so proud. But don't overwork yourself. You look worn out.
Look at my passbook savings. I gotta go. Love you. Yeah, I did have a tiny savings account, but nowhere near $10,000. So that means I mixed up reality with my Lunaria dreams? I'd become totally dependent on my job at Lunaria. It was the only place I could sleep well, the only place I had beautiful dreams.
Today's your last day as our sleep model. Thanks for everything.
Last day? Wait, I still need this job. Please keep me.
We're changing directions here. No more sleep models for now.
Then I'll buy this bed. I can't sleep without it. But when Lloyd showed me the price, every bit of confidence I had just poof. That number was huge. It would wipe out my whole savings account in one go. Heartbroken, I walked past Vanessa's store. Her and Ethan were holding hands, still totally in love. It had always been like that. I just refused to see it. Ethan saw me and looked away. They walked right past me like strangers. I ran straight back to Lunaria, tears burning behind my eyes. I'm buying this bed!
Are you sure? It's really expensive.
I don't care. I want it. My life sucks and that bed was the only thing that made me feel okay. He wrapped me in a gentle hug.
You've tried so hard. Your parents would be so proud of you. And I found your photo. It was stuck under the bed.
That moment, I realized how badly I missed my parents. I decided it was time to pack my bags and go home. On the day I left, Lloyd walked me to the station.
I can't afford that fancy bed. But here's the essential oil we always use at Lunaria. I think this is what helped you sleep so well. I hope you'll always be happy.
Thank you for everything. After a whole year, I finally returned to my own home. It's tiny, old, a little run down, but so familiar and full of love. Oh, honey, you've gotten so skinny. I fell straight into my parents' arms and cried like I hadn't cried in forever. I told them everything. The stress, the heartbreaks, the nights pretending I was strong when I was falling apart inside. They held me tight, stroking my back like they did when I was a kid.
I put fresh sheets on your bed. Sleep well tonight, sweetheart.
I curled up in that old bed, small and simple, but the blanket smelled like wildflowers and sunshine. And for the first time in the longest time, my mind finally rested. No dreaming of some fake fairy tale life in New York. I just slept, deep, comfy, and completely at peace. Thanks to Lloyd's essential oil, I opened a tiny little candle and scent shop back home, using flowers from the meadows nearby. And somehow, it became a hit. People loved the scents. Soft, natural, and perfect for falling asleep faster. I became a busy, successful business owner just like I always wished. But deep down, I knew there was still something missing. Or someone. Someone who was by my side when I was at my lowest.
Hey, are you hiring a store manager? I kind of turned down a promotion in New York to come back here. Fingers crossed for a top-tier position.
Well, how do you feel about the position of boyfriend?
Don't touch her. She's our boss.
The guys in black surrounded me like a human shield, just before that brat slapped me across the face. You seriously don't know who I am? Who my parents are, or if I'm rich or not? I'm Fia Romano. Her face went pale the moment she realized she messed with the wrong girl. I mean, everyone in the city's scared of the Romano family. I turned back to my table, my plate of hot spaghetti still waiting, while my people handled the clueless crowd. Hey, I'm Fia, 16. I just got back to Italy, my real home. I grew up overseas since, well, my family's not exactly normal. My dad's a tycoon from the Romano family, backed by this massive empire that most people are scared to mess with. I didn't grow up like regular kids. I was cooler, trained in martial arts, studied math, literature, econ, even the stock market since I was 5.
You're 16 now, Fia. Time to come back and start learning how to take over.
Even so, I had to finish school. I chose public school instead of homeschool because I wanted to learn more about the place I barely remembered.
You can't go to school like this. It's too flashy.
Who said I was gonna go like this? So yeah, I went to school as a nobody. Round glasses, plain outfit, totally forgettable. Perfect. Or I thought it was. Yep, my bodyguards followed me in full black suits. Everyone stared, and then they bowed super respectfully to me like I was royalty or something. I nearly froze on the spot. Get out. Now.
We're here to protect you, boss.
Oops, wrong person, you got the wrong girl. I lied through my teeth and kicked them off campus. First day ended okay, except for those tails. I was annoyed, storming toward the subway. But even after the train doors shut, yup, they got in. Son of a waffle. If this keeps going, I won't be able to make a single frickin' friend. And then out of nowhere, a guy. A random stranger fell asleep on my shoulder. His blonde hair was a little messy, but cute messy. My guys looked ready to drop kick him off the train, but I stopped them. He looked so peaceful, and weirdly, I didn't want to wake him up. The train passed my stop, and I stayed, just letting him use me as a pillow. After a while, Sleeping Beauty finally woke up.
Oh no! Did I just sleep on you?
I chuckled and nodded.
I owe you one. I'm Leo. I think we go to the same school. What's your name?
Fia. We shook hands. Then the train jolted and I fell right into his arms. I think I just caught feelings. From that day, Leo and I kept accidentally bumping into each other. He was gentle, kinda shy, but I noticed he was really tense around my guys. Like, too tense. Why was he so scared of them? Anyway, I kept my real identity hidden. Totally. One afternoon, we were chilling in the courtyard when the place went wild.
Girl, you won't believe this new guy. He's the hottest human I've ever seen.
He was tall, good-looking, and walked like a prince. He stopped right in front of me, ignoring Leo completely.
Hey, gorgeous. I'm Marco. Mind if I sit here?
Sure, you can sit. We're just leaving. I grabbed Leo's hand and walked off. I've seen hundreds guys like Marco.
I like you. You're gonna be mine, Fia.
That gave me the ick. He knew something, and that wasn't good. When night fell, I went back to my real world. I had to rescue my guys from a street fight.
Boss! Thank goodness you made it.
Don't let my dad find out. But at the next intersection, we got blocked and got no way out. And before I knew it, the cops had me and dragged me into their car. Dad would be so disappointed if he found out I couldn't even handle something this small. So yeah, I didn't call him. I'd get myself out of here.
Boss, just stay calm and think of a plan. You want something to drink, boss? We've got cappuccino? Maybe a matcha latte?
Pause. Are we not in jail right now?
We were ordered to treat you like a princess.
I was still trying to wrap my head around that when someone walked in. And my jaw dropped. No freaking way. It was him. The guy who flirted with me in the courtyard. What are you doing here? Are you stalking me? Who even are you?
Think of this as my way of saying you're welcome. You're free now.
He raised a hand and poof, we were released in a flash. Turns out Marco knew exactly who I was and my family. He was the son of another powerful tycoon family in Italy, basically Romano's rival, but not enemies. What do I owe you? He pulled out his phone. On the screen was a picture of me and my guy sitting in the holding cell.
Be my girlfriend, and I won't show this to Leo. Trust me, you'd be a real princess by my side. And from what I know, Leo's got serious beef with your family. If he finds out who you really are, that's gonna get messy.
So, it was true. Something happened between Leo and my family. But what? I didn't have a choice. I started dating Marco to keep my secret safe. He wasn't a bad guy or anything. I just didn't like him. The whole thing felt like a joke. I figured he'd get bored soon anyway. But nope, I was wrong. Marco picked me up at my gate every morning. Dad was actually super pleased with his future son-in-law. And at school, Marco clung to me like Velcro. Wherever I went, he followed, hyping me up as the best girlfriend ever, and most of all, trying to keep Leo away. Can't you let us talk at least?
I'm your boyfriend. I don't like you hanging out with other guys.
The audacity. But honestly, I let him act that way. That's on me. I was too busy hiding the truth and keeping Leo in the dark. And in doing that, I was pushing him away. I couldn't keep this up. I had to tell Leo everything, tell him who I really was, and figure out whatever happened between him and my family, even if it was bad. I texted Leo to meet me at this quiet park in town. I got there early and sat on a bench all jittery. He'd definitely be surprised seeing me like this. Maybe I'd even tell him how I feel.
What a coincidence. Destiny, don't you think?
Marco? Is he seriously stalking me?
If I were you, I wouldn't tell Leo anything. According to what I just found out, he doesn't just dislike your family, he hates them. Something happened back then, and it stuck with him.
Did my dad do something to Leo's family? He's powerful, and let's be real, when someone has that much power, you never really know.
What if it was something unforgivable? You'll lose him. He'll never look at you the same way again.
I yanked Marco behind a bush the second I saw Leo walking toward the bench. I still wasn't ready to tell him.
Fia, are you, hugging me right now?
Shh. Leo waited until the sun started to dip behind the trees. He finally sighed and walked away. My heart clenched. It felt like I just missed something really, really important. The school camping trip was supposed to be chill, but for me, it was torture. I had to deal with both Marco and Leo at once. When we went out to gather firewood, Marco suddenly slammed his hand beside my head, pinning me to a tree. Yeah, that move, the one in every teen drama. He was tall, romantic, face kind of flushed. You could feel the heat of his breath just inches from your skin. Then he grabbed your hand and placed it on his chest.
Can you feel it?
Nope. Sorry, that's just your heart doing its thing because you're alive. That's it. He tilted my chin up like he was trying to make it all dramatic. But I knew he was just doing this to tick off Leo. You've got exactly 2 seconds to let go, or I swear I'll yeet you into the lake.
You're cruel, but that's what I love about you.
I ducked out of his arms, completely ignoring that cringy line. I glanced over at Leo, but he was gone. That night I couldn't sleep. Maybe I just missed my king-size bed. I tiptoed out of the tent. Leo was sitting on a rock by the lake, staring out into the water. Should I go back or should I sit with him?
Can't sleep either, huh? Come here. Misery loves company.
I didn't say a word, just sat down next to him. For a while we sat there, quiet side by side.
You don't actually like Marco, do you? Then why are you with him? I don't get it.
What's your deal with the Romano family? Even I was surprised that slipped out. Leo's eyes widened, but then he smiled softly.
It's a long story. When I was a kid, I lived with my aunt. She was the kindest person ever, worked her butt off to raise me. When we ran out of food, she had no choice but to take a shady loan. But the people from Romano's side got no mercy. The interest kept growing, and they tormented us. She worked herself to exhaustion, trying to pay it off. Now I'm doing whatever I can to take care of her.
Something in my chest burned. We never did shady loan stuff. Someone had used my dad's name and crossed the line, dragging the Romano family's reputation through the mud.
But why'd you even ask?
I just care about you? Oh, heck. That came out like a confession. I peeked at Leo, and he was already staring at me. I felt like a piece of meat sizzling on a hot rock. He leaned in, and we kissed.
Excuse me? What grade are you two in? You're getting detention.
Now, run.
I didn't sleep that night. My heart was racing. Leo liked me too. And I was gonna find a way to fix things between him and my family. But Marco was still in the way. He showed up the next day, looking more serious than usual.
I saw you with Leo last night. I gave it everything I had, but the way you looked at him, I knew I'd already lost.
You're not mad?
Never. I'll always be around in case he messes anything up. Him. So, break up?
Marco was a jerk sometimes, but he was not that bad. I gave him a quick hug and dashed off. There was still something I had to do.
Fia?
He was stunned when I showed up at his doorstep, wearing something totally different. Behind me stood a man who worked under my dad, the same one who'd used our name to do dirty business. He dropped to his knees in front of Leo.
I was greedy. I'll do anything to make it right. This is the money I took from you.
Leo looked at me, and that's when I told him the truth. Who I really was. He didn't say anything, not a word. Maybe he'd never forgive me. I turned away and started to leave. But then Leo grabbed my hand.
Thank you for coming into my life. I love you, Fia.
I walked slowly down the school hallway, clutching my stuffed bear catnap tightly. The weather matched my mood, cold and gloomy. Behind me, my ex-friends clung to my legs, begging like their lives depended on it. Please, Hannah, don't do this to me. I was wrong, okay? I'm sorry for what I said. I swear, I'll stop trash-talking people. Get up. Don't make a scene. Their voices hung in the air, desperate and pathetic. Bet they never imagined they'd be groveling in front of someone they once bullied. Meanwhile, Catnap's shiny black eyes sparkled, reflecting the pure terror in theirs. This power, this control. It was exhilarating. Catnap had chosen me. What they didn't know was that even I wasn't sure if I could stop myself, even if I wanted to. Hey, I'm Hannah, 15 years old. Don't freak out. I'm not some stone-cold psycho like Wednesday Addams. Although, let's be real, she's iconic. Have you ever heard of the villain's origin story? Today, I'm going to spill mine. But first, smash that like button and subscribe to MDA. Or else, well, let's just say you'll regret it. I used to be that shy, quiet girl who was all about being nice. My mom dropped me off in an orphanage when I was 5 and, honestly, I can't even remember her face anymore. Growing up, I was a total people pleaser, thinking that was how you earned friends. So yeah, I do anything to make people happy. Every morning, I woke up early to make breakfast for my friends, even if it meant skipping my own. And when they smiled and thanked me, I felt like it was worth it. Hannah, I've got a date with my new boyfriend today. Can you clean the classroom for me? But before I could even finish, she was out the door. So I stayed behind, scrubbing floors and wiping desks, convincing myself I was just being a good friend. But it was never enough. One time, a group of girls asked me to carry their bags after school while they were touching up their makeup for some party.
Hey, let me help you with those.
Sean, my physics classmate, was that guy. Kind, good-looking, and honestly, way too nice for his own good. Every girl in school crushed on him, including me. But getting close to him meant drama with the other girls, so I yanked the bags away and kept walking.
You can't just dump your work on someone else like that.
His words caught me off guard. The girls froze, staring at me like I'd suddenly grown a second head as Sean actually stood up for me. I begged him to drop it and told him I was fine with helping, but he wouldn't listen. Wow, Hannah actually enjoys being our personal maid. Huh? Did she just call me a maid? She'll do anything for a smile and a thank you. It's honestly kind of sad.
You're all terrible. Hannah, want me to walk you home?
They'd been using me the whole time, treating me like some doormat. I stood there, frozen like I just fallen into some endless black hole. That night, I couldn't sleep. I clutched Catnap, the only toy my mom had left me. Its soft fur soaked up my tears. Catnap was the only one who'd never left me, the only real friend I had. I wish I could make them respect me. And that's when I felt this strange warmth radiating from Catnap. I had no clue my life was about to flip upside down. The next morning, I sat alone in the cafeteria with Catnap right in front of me. After last night, I needed the comfort. Is that a stuffed bear? What are you, 5? I tried to ignore them, but Sophia reached out and grabbed Catnap. The moment she held it up, her smirk disappeared. She stared into Catnap's eyes, her expression twisting from smug to absolutely terrified. It was like she'd seen something dark and terrifying in those tiny button eyes. Without saying a word, she put it back on the table and stumbled away, looking completely freaked out. I didn't get it. I just watched as Sophia sat in a corner, shaking. Emma, oblivious, kept running her mouth. You're such a loser, Hannah. No one's ever going to like you. And Sean? Forget it. I stared down at my lunch tray, trying to block her out. That's when I saw it. Catnap's eyes flashed this eerie purple light. Across the cafeteria, chaos broke loose. Sophia stood up sobbing, grabbed a bowl of soup, and poured it over her own head like she was hypnotized.
I hate every girl in this school, especially Sophia. She's a stuck-up brat, a total loser.
Emma clapped her hands over her mouth, her eyes wide with shock, as if she couldn't believe the words that had just spilled out. The insults kept pouring out. Catnap's eyes glowed brighter, and I felt this wild rush of power. Do it again. The second the words left my mouth, food flew everywhere. Some students started throwing things at Sophia and Emma, while others formed a protective wall around me and Catnap. Before I knew it, they were escorting us out like we were VIPs. Everything felt like a dream come true. The same people who acted like I was invisible now hovered around me, practically begging for a glance, a nod, anything.
Do you need me to do something for you?
I'll do the class chores for you. I smiled, satisfied, clutching Catnap tightly in my arms as if letting go might shatter this perfect world. My wish had come true. One afternoon, I was sitting with a group of classmates on the school lawn when Sophia and Emma showed up. Their eyes flickered to Catnap, full of awe and maybe even fear. Hannah, I brought your favorite drink. I didn't respond, just stared at her. She fumbled awkwardly, her face crumpling like she might cry. I'm sorry, I'll get you a hot drink instead. How could I be so thoughtless? Sophia ran off, leaving Emma standing there looking sheepish. After her public meltdown in the cafeteria, everyone hated her. I could make you captain of the cheer squad, or do your homework for you. I'll think about it. Is there anything else you want? Carry my bag home for me. Emma nodded frantically and obeyed me like a trained puppy. I felt triumphant. Finally, I had everything I'd ever wanted. But then, a shadow loomed over me, blocking the sun. I held Catnap tighter, ready to dish out consequences to anyone who dared step out of line.
What are you doing, Hannah?
Sean's brow furrowed, his gaze just as protective as it had been the day he defended me. But now, his annoyance was directed at me. I hesitated, then shoved past him and walked away without a word. The first time Sophia and Emma invited me to a party, I screamed so loud I probably woke the neighbors. I hugged Catnap close, my only friend that made this happen. When we went dress shopping, I felt like I was floating. The racks were lined with dazzling gowns in every corner imaginable. I reached for a sparkly pink dress, picturing how it would shimmer under the party lights. But as I pulled it off the rack, Catnap's eyes flashed, drawing my attention to a black dress tucked in the corner. A chill ran down my spine as I paired the dress with a choker and dark makeup, embracing a gothic style I'd never dared to try before. When I looked in the mirror with Catnap sitting on the counter beside me, I barely recognized myself. I stepped into the party and the room went silent. Whispers buzzed and heads turned. Even the boys who had never given me the time of day swarmed around asking for my number, showering me with compliments and hanging on my every word. Across the room, I caught Sean watching me. I wanted to test something. Smirking, I let a random guy kiss my cheek. Sean's expression darkened for a moment, but then he turned and left the party. Frustrated, I pushed through the crowd, clutching Catnap as I hurried after him into the garden. Where did he go?
Hannah.
I spun around to see him, his face shadowed with sadness and disappointment.
You're different. What happened to you? You used to be sweet and kind.
What's so bad about changing? Why should I stay kind when it only made people walk all over me? Sean's words dragged up old wounds I didn't want to face. Anger flared as I squeezed Catnap, its eyes glinting as if ready to obey my every command. Make Sean fall for me. Make him obey me. But nothing happened. Sean just stood there, his face serious and unmoved. Was Catnap's power gone? Panic bubbled inside me. I ran back to the party, but the crowd still adored me. Why? Why was Sean immune to the spell? Determined to figure it out, I sought him out the next day. I found him sitting alone in the library, his head buried in a thick book. Sitting across from him, Catnap in my arms, I greeted him with a bright smile. Good morning, Sean. He didn't even glance up. Was he mad at me? Embarrass him. Catnap's eyes glimmered faintly blue before dimming. Sean didn't react. Frustration boiled over, and I slammed the table with my hands. Why are you ignoring me? That's so rude! Sean shot to his feet, clapping a hand over my mouth as he apologized to the other students for the noise. Pulling me outside, he sighed deeply before speaking.
I think it's best if we stop talking.
And just like that, he walked away, leaving me standing there with my heart in pieces. Realizing Sean was the only person immune to Catnap's power, I decided I'd make him pay. That night, I followed him to a fancy restaurant where he had a date planned. So, this is why he'd been ignoring me? He already had someone else? Jealousy clouded every thought as I stormed into the restaurant that evening, dressed in a bold outfit no one would have guessed was me. Sean, how could you? You told me you cared and now you're here with her? I shot a glare at Sean's girlfriend. She looked like a fish out of the water, her mouth opening and closing in stunned silence. The other diners started noticing. Some even pulled out their phones to record.
Who are you? I don't even know you.
How can you say that? What about everything we had? All those times you said I was the only one who understood your soul. I turned away briefly, discreetly dabbing eye drops to make my fake tears look real. Then grabbed his hand with a trembling sob. And what about that night? When you looked into my eyes and said, I'll never love anyone else but you. Was that all a lie?
Wait, Hannah? Is that you?
And let's not forget, you promised to take me to that little French bakery. Did you even tell her about the hours we spent talking under the stars? I was your sunshine, and you were my moonbeam. At that moment, Sean's girlfriend stood up, fuming. Wow, Sean, you've never done anything like that for me. Why not? The white stirred the pot all right. Now all I had to do was sit back and watch Sean get completely roasted.
Come on, sis.
Wait, what? Messing with this girl was worth it. My face went rigid. Now that I wasn't blinded by my jealousy, I could see it. They did look alike.
Hannah, I'd like you to meet my sister.
The soft murmur of laughter spread across the restaurant as the tables turned, and I realized I was the one who'd been played. My face burned as I frantically searched for Catnap. I needed to fix this, make them forget, but it wasn't with me. I'd left it behind in my rush to get here. I bolted, head down, only to hear Sean call after me. He was running towards me. He caught up, gently taking my hand and leading me to a nearby hill where the stars sparkled above us. So, are you finally ready to talk to me? Or are you just going to yell at me for the mess I made? I'm sorry.
You didn't bring that thing today, the stuffed cat.
So what? It's my only friend. It made me visible, even if I know it's wrong. But they pushed me too far.
Did you know it can't control people who are honest with you?
I stayed silent, trying to steady my breathing, knowing what he meant. Catnap's powers weren't working on Sean.
I've liked you for a long time. The kind, cheerful Hannah who always tried to help others. Watching you change like this, it's been hard to see.
I sat there, speechless, feeling everything inside me shatter. I had spent so much time trying to manipulate everyone around me that I'd lost the one thing that truly mattered, my kindness.
You don't need Catnap to make people care about you. You just couldn't see it.
He drove me home that night. I didn't say a word, too lost in my own guilt for how I treated everyone. So what about us?
Do what feels right, Hannah. The people who care about you will always stay.
Even after I stepped out of the car and he drove away, I couldn't stop smiling. The next day at school, everything felt normal again. No more crowds of students buzzing around me. Sophia and Emma, though still dramatic, had stopped bullying others. It was like everything had reset to how it should be. This is the best part. From across the courtyard, Sean waved at me. I ran to meet him, and for the first time, there was no distance between us.